Good. Okay, well, a very warm welcome to everyone. And my name is James Sanderson. I'm your host this evening from London. I've been involved with the Juice Plus business for 27 years. It's been a most amazing journey. It continues to be more and more exciting all the time. And tonight we have a very, very, very special guest with us. Birgit Plange is someone who I know over many, many years, pretty much right from when we all started in London. She's a very, very dear friend, her and her husband, Vim. I remember when she first became pregnant with your children. I remember that. That was just so exciting. So anyway, she's got a fantastic story. They built the biggest business in Germany. They've got a huge business all across Europe. Now, I'd like to welcome everyone joining us from across Europe. I think we have people from Israel, Germany, obviously the UK, Spain, of course, with Mallorca. So you're all very, very welcome. And I think we have 70 people online right now. So that's very exciting. So we are recording the call. But Birgit, a very, very warm welcome to you. And thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very, very excited. Tonight, yes.
Yeah, great. And you're all the way in Mallorca, aren't you? So tell us a little bit, first of all, you live in Mallorca?
Yes, we part-time live in Mallorca. We live in Switzerland. We live from the suitcase in the plane, and we have homes in Asia as well. So I live somewhere in between. And right now I'm in Mallorca.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, lifestyle, wonderful, wonderful lifestyle. So let's just start straight into it now, Birgit, a little bit. If you could just help people to understand perhaps, where you come from in terms of your background so that people can understand a little bit more about how to relate to you. So what's your background before you started into our company?
Right. Well, before many, many, many years ago, I used to be a technician for open heart surgery. And to make the long story short, it means long hours and little pay. But what was more important for me was that a lot of the patients, they came back with the same problems when they had again clogged up heart arteries. And after 3 or 4 years, we saw the patients again on the heart operation room. And we were asking ourselves, why is that? We thought that we did something wrong. And after long research, we came up with a solution that after rehab and after everything, the people fell back into the same habits, meaning stressful life, alcohol, smoking. But the worst was really that they killed themselves with fork and knife. And I really said to myself, well, this is all very nice what I'm doing here, but it's not really being appreciated. And I really don't want to be in the repairing medicine anymore. I want to be in the preventative medicine. But of course, in my job, there was no such thing as preventative medicine. So I was pretty much discouraged. And, I lost my dream in my profession. And I said, well, I really would like to stop doing this at all. But I had the dream of doing something on the prevention side, helping people in a different way. But I was looking around and around for many, many years, and well, nothing came along till one day. So, shall I just continue with my story?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, obviously, that one day when everything changed, but what really attracted you to the company and everything that you saw? Because obviously you saw it before Juice Plus began. What attracted you to the company, and what sort of thought processes did you go through?
Well, it was just this very, very amazing feeling which was coming across. And sometimes you don't know why, but you have this very, very positive gut feeling and saying, wait a minute, here is something going on, and I wanted to be part of it. And of course, what all attracts us is this financial freedom, being your own boss, decide when you want to work, if you want to work, and of course the financial side. I mean, I was working very, very hard, very long hours before in the hospital, and it was not really being financially rewarding at all. And I thought to myself, I like to work, I can work very hard, but here I can really see a way where I can really earn so much more according to what I'm worth. And these are many different things, but the biggest one really was this gut feeling when we saw this big event, and when we saw so many people having all these different stories about themselves, and said, well, if they, and we heard it all, if they can do it, we can do it. But I had the same thing many years ago, and I looked at them and said, well, they are not cleverer than I am. They are not coming from a very special family, that they had all that we call it vitamin B, that they've been helped. They are coming from all different kinds of life, from circumstances, and they had amazing stories. And I said to myself, well, why not? Why wait? Why wait for something better to come along? I mean, I have
Birgit, are you with us? Yep. Birgit? Birgit? Birgit, are you there? Hello?
No.
Birgit? We lost Birgit for the moment. Hopefully she'll come back in just a moment. Birgit? Hello, Birgit. We lost you in full flow there. Are you back? Birgit, hello? Hello? Right. Yeah. Let me see if I can raise her. Sorry about this, everyone. If you could just hold with us, I'll just see if I can get hold of her now. Oh, Birgit, you're back. Birgit? Birgit? Hello, Birgit.
על מה לחצתם קודם? אתה לא זוכר? דקה. דקה, כמה דקות? שעה?
אני לא אחראי לזה, דקה,
James?
Hello, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Well done. Good, you're back. You're back. All right. So I don't know what happened there. I'm going to mute everyone again. You have to unmute yourself. Okay, Birgit?
Yep. All right.
Yeah, good, yeah. Great.
I'm very sorry. When did my story break up?
Well, we suddenly lost you, but let's move on to another question now, because you know, you were talking about the fact that you were you know, you could see why not not just go for it.
Exactly.
But let me just ask you very quickly about how you progressed through from senior direct sales coordinator, senior sales Q. Tell me about that process of how you started and what your experience was.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got started. I was a big failure at all.
Okay.
Can you just mute?
Can everyone mute themselves, please, before we go on? Mute yourself.
Okay, that sounds better.
Good.
Well, yeah. When I got started, I thought, well, being a technician, I know it all. And, you know, it seems so easy. So without listening to anyone, without learning anything, without talking to my upline, to my sponsor, I was just, running around, and I was stampeding more or less about this business opportunity. And all my friends, they shied away from me. So I burned my warm market immediately. And it was very, very frustrating. Now, normally, you do it a week or two, and then you find out, well, this is the way which does not work. But it took a little bit longer with me. I'm tall and blonde and very stubborn, so therefore it took me 6 months to figure out that the way I was doing was absolutely the wrong way. And it dawned on me that maybe I should change something in order to be successful. And I changed it by just being teachable, by just listening and not really going around without having my tools in place, the knowledge how to do it the right way. And when I figured it out, how to do it the right way, suddenly the people were coming back to me. Reading books is so important, and one of my heroes really is Al Schreiter. All the books from Al Schreiter are just lovely, and please read them. It's the Icebreaker, or Big Al Tells All, or these books. They are the Bible, and there are so many other ones. I read the Eric Worrison, but these are the simple ways, because if we are not able to communicate in the right way, and today you communicate via Facebook or social media, but there you can ruin it the same way by talking in the old days. So I had to really learn how to communicate properly, and never had to do it in the heart operation when we hardly talked. So that was my biggest obstacle. But when I learned that, suddenly people are coming, I got my customers, people would like to join in. And then, of course, we moved from America to Europe. And we wanted to work in Germany, but it was delayed. And therefore, we ended up in London, and we met you, James.
Yeah.
And that was wonderful. Because there we really learned so much, and we still use all the tools we had from you and from David in the old days, and we still use them and duplicate it with our team.
And tell us, Birgit, a little bit. I mean, what was your progress up to sales coordinator, and then up to Q, and then up to NMD? How was that as a path?
Well, the first 6 months I really would like to erase, because it doesn't count at all. Now, when I realized that duplication is everything, and we have to go up front as a role model, because if I expect that the team is doing certain things, that the team is going to the meetings, that the team is doing all these things, I have to do it myself. And when I figured that out, I said, okay, I do it. I have the products. I use the products. I develop my own story. And then the people looked at me, my team members, and they said, well, how did you get started? And I said, well, this is what I did. I got started. I had the products. I used them. I developed my own story, because then you're very authentic. And when you're authentic, then you can duplicate so much quicker. If you don't have a story at the moment because you're brand new, stick with your sponsor. That is very important. Don't do something alone by yourself. I can assure you 98% of the time you are going to ruin the warm market. So the sponsor, the people in your upline, they are going to help you to set it up the right way. And well, I did that. We had wonderful tutors with you, James, and David, and the other ones. And suddenly we attracted people. Now, you have to be very open, very teachable, and enthusiastic and authentic. And you have to have your own story. And we share the story. Now, that is very important. If you share the story, you can just stampede again all over your prospect, or you just do it the elegant way. And I rather like to do it the elegant way. And the elegant way leaves it open for everyone. And it's just a magic sentence. And wherever I go, I teach this magic sentence saying, I don't know if this is for you or not. Maybe you know someone who's looking for XYZ. Maybe you know someone who would like to earn some extra money on the side. So this little magical sentence that takes the pressure away, because normally when I went into somebody's house or I met someone, And I said, oh, I met something really incredible and you have to come over. So, oh, wait a minute. Why do you think that I should earn some extra money on the side? So they feel offended. But if I have this magical sentence up front, people don't feel offended anymore. They don't feel the pressure. I even put the little no up in the air, say, well, it's probably not for you. But everyone is thinking of themselves first. So therefore say, well, what do you mean? And this is exactly what I'm looking for. If they are asking me, what do you mean, means that they are asking for more information. And this is exactly what I want. I would like to have, let's say, we meet on neutral grounds and I explain the product and the business opportunity. Very simple, very easy. And now they're going to listen. If I don't have the magical sentence up front, they might come to the table, they might listen, but they look at the watch and say, well, how can I get out of this? I don't like that. I like that they are sitting on the table, having a good time with me, and they have the feeling that they still can say no. And if they say no, that's fine, but very often they say yes, because they feel not the pressure. That was the major breakthrough, really, in our business. When we start handling the people in such a very nice, elegant way, and it duplicated, suddenly I was coming from senior direct, I became sales coordinator within 3 months, and everything progressed from there. So it is us. We have to learn how to do it the right way. And please, don't let new people just, spill the beans and just babble around, very much like they are not going to succeed.
So Birgit, how did you keep going? I mean, obviously in the early days, it was just you and Wim really in Germany, and you were building and you were talking to people. And of course, you had a lot of no's along the way, as we all do, huge numbers of no's. Tell me, how did you approach mentally the whole issue of getting so many no's? How did you work your way through that?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's a very good question. It is vital that everyone has to have a big vision. Now, for us, we had the huge opportunity to see the big picture over in America. That was our very first event. We went to Miami, there were 2,500 people there. So it was so much ingrained within us that this really works.
Yeah.
That it was not a question if it works, it was just a question with whom. So we were coming from the position of strength. And if somebody doesn't want to join us, well, tough luck. And the toughest one was really Wim's family. He's coming from quite a well-known family in Germany. And his grandmother used to own a huge newspaper. And she looked at Wim and me and she said, what on earth are you doing? This is so odd. This can't be true. And she sent the company lawyer to Memphis to check out the company. And she came back as a distributor. So we got really, the tough ways. We were the pioneers. We had to fight the Indians. But because our vision was so much ingrained in us that we didn't see it, we said, well, this is tough for you. If you don't like to join, we just move on. And the family didn't want to join, except this one lawyer, but she was just on the side a little bit watching. So we went to people who really would like to join and really would like to do something. And we found Gerhard Bauer. Now, one of the major lessons we had here it is not important who you know. It is more important who the people know you know. Because this is how we got approached. We got approached by a doctor from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We didn't know him. But he was asking around, does anyone know any Germans somewhere? And by coincidence, but probably it was meant to be, our friend Bob moved back to Albuquerque and he said, well, yeah, I know Wim and Birgit, these are the only Germans I know. And we got this phone call and he said, I don't know if this is for you or not. Check it out. Maybe you know a couple of people, maybe you know a couple of Germans who would like to go and start a German market. And we said, why not us? So it's a classic. It's a real, real classic. And we got it so much ingrained in ourselves that this opportunity works, there was no question that, we were just building Germany, and we did.
So Birgit, I mean, obviously you talk about the vision, which is very, very important. And you and Wim have been so successful. What would you say, if I could ask you, what is the sort of key to your success? What do you think is the key to your success?
Well, the vision, as I mentioned before, it is, I think, the first. You need to have that. If you don't really see yourself in the company, then, it is very short term. And it is something where you really see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years, and you don't really look left or right. This is it. So you just make it work. A lot of people, they are like a flag in the wind. One day they are here, and then, maybe something else is nicer over there. So, but that was no question for us. So we got really focused, and we duplicated what we later learned in the good way. And I think that is very easy and very simple. There's no magic really. Our key to success, it is just to keep on going and support people, help people. And when you meet a lot of people, after a while, you become friends. We never really had people where you say, well, we just get them, they probably have a huge group of people behind them. But sooner or later, if the chemistry between us didn't really work, they dwindled away. But we really are very close to our leaders. We love our leaders. We support our leaders. And, we still do that after 25 years.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, I mean, you're a living example of really lovely people who have attracted some fantastic people into your lives. And I think that's great. Tell us, Birgit, if we just go into really more on a microscopic level, on a daily basis, what would you really be doing, your daily method of operation? Some people say, well, look, it sounds all very exciting, what you've done and what you've achieved, but what were you actually doing on a daily basis to achieve this level of success?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm a distributor like everyone else. I'm just longer in the business. So what does a normal distributor do? They are contacting people, they are supporting their team, they put on customers, they have customer support. There's no magic in it. A lot of people say, well, I don't know what they expect us to do. It's not so much different. Yes, of course, we have so many lines. They are actively working, and we are supporting our team, of course. We got a lot of phone calls from our team, from our downline, say, well, can you do me a favor? Can you call this person? So, well, yes, of course. I'm not calling, 50 people per person. But if there's a tough nut to crack, I love to talk to them because sometimes it's helpful. It's a third person on the phone. But this is more or less it. I'm not doing anything really special. And I think that's a secret of it, to really continue what you were doing when you started. A lot of the people, they fall into a management mode and they are managing the team, but they are not really doing the job actively. Yes, we do some managing because we have a huge team and it is important to really support and be there for them. But, a lot of time of the day, a lot of hours of the day, I still do what you do. Contacting, calling, explaining, being with the people. We have lots of people here coming to the house, visiting us. We are supporting them, showing lifestyle, which is very tough to do, of course. And
yeah.
But
Good.
this is nothing really so special.
So obviously, you're so successful, you've achieved so much, you could so easily be doing nothing and just retire and just do absolutely nothing, but you're still very, very motivated. What keeps you so motivated?
Yeah, good question. I think it's a love for the company, because if you love what you do, then you just do it. I can't really see myself sitting back on the sofa and watching the walls or watching TV or doing whatever. I just love being with the people, see how they progress, see how they reach certain position, how they are happy, how they can celebrate sometimes. if they are able to really go full time because they have such a stable, wonderful team. And that really motivates us. That is a wonderful, you know, there's nothing better out there. After 25 years, you know, a lot of people say, why don't you come to our company? Or I say, well, give me one reason why. One reason. Say, well, I have so many people. I love all my team. Why should I leave? There's no reason at all. Just the contrary, because it's like a big family, and helping and supporting and seeing them growing and progressing, that keeps us motivated.
But yeah, and I can see that. It's written all over your face that you're very, very energized, excited. Tell us a little bit, Birgit, about your vision, about, you know, here we are 25 years, but, you know, in so many ways, in every way, really, we've only just begun. So where do you see, you know, I know your daughter's now building a team. You told me she's going to be coming to a meeting, you know. So where do you see the vision of everything? Where do you see the next 5 years, the next 10 years?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the business is going very well. And you know that we are half Asians, so to speak. We have a home in Bangkok and Bali. So, you know, we know that the company is very interested in the Asian market. And hopefully, if sooner than later, they are going to open up a Asian country. Which one? I don't know. Maybe Korea, maybe Thailand, maybe, I don't know. One of those Asian countries. And this is what we really love. And Wim is very, very excited because he is even more in love with Asia than I am. So, yeah, this is our vision for the future. To really build step for step the international market. Now, the last country we built up was Israel, with a wonderful and lovely Israeli team, and some of them are watching now. So hello to you, happy Hanukkah. And so after that, the next step is Singapore. We are there step by step working for the Singapore market and Malaysia. And after that, hopefully Thailand, which is our second home. And yeah, the world is our oyster. This is a lovely way. You know, wherever you are, you can do the business. You can be on the beach and, you know, get known to the people around you. And if they are from Italy or from Germany or from Sweden or America, hey, approach them, talk to them. I don't know if this is for you or not, but you probably know a couple of people. And say, hey, what this is all about. It's so easy, but very often, and I feel very, very, I don't know, frustrated that a lot of our partners and distributors, they have something like verbal constipation. They talk about everything except about the business. And I really wonder why. I say, well, why don't you just talk? Because they feel insecure. They don't really know what to say. And here we are back at communication. So please, if you're not going to one of my trainings, please read the books, The Icebreaker, and the other book from El Schreiter. It helps so much. And then you really, it's a game now. You can be on the beach or on the supermarket, taxi drivers. I talk to everyone, and it works. You need to go to over this little hurdle, and then you're going to see it's fun and it helps the business too.
Good. Yeah, great. Birgit, thank you. Well, believe it or not, we're nearly finished. It seems like the time has gone past so quickly, but just to finish off, what would you say, you know, to the new person that's looking at this for the first time and hearing, oh my goodness, you know, she's been involved for 25 years. Is there anything left for me? You know, what would you say to the new person looking at this for the first time tonight?
Well, especially new people right now, it is so easy. You have it so much easier than than us when we got started because you have social media. Now, we had a telephone and a pen, and that was about it. We even didn't have a virtual office, no computer, no nothing. So today, it is so much easier with the social media, with Facebook. You can connect with Zoom calls now. You don't have to leave the house. In the old days, we had to drive for hours to see a person. And very often, you know, they were not there or they missed it or something. Now, the momentum now, with all the tools we are having, is so much faster you know, we hardly did anything. If you just look around, we have how many million of people here in Europe, 600 million people. So the market is wide open, and we have several trends which are coming up now. And it was not so evident when we got started 25 years ago, but now it's pretty much evident. First is the working market, that a lot of people, they are being exchanged for robots or automats. And the airport here in Mallorca, I was greeted by a hologram. That was a new one for me. So, it is not that easy to find a good job, and it's very, very important to have a second job, a plan B on the side. And we can offer a really extraordinary job, which is so flexible, where you can be your own boss, and you can earn, if it's just a part-time income or full-time income, if you're really committed. And the second big trend, of course, is health. So health and wealth is a perfect combination. We all would like to live as healthy and happy as long as possible. And now we have these wonderful, part-time income, because we don't know what the future brings. And I think it's very important to be independent. Here we are again with our slogan, financially independent. And this company offers financial prevention and health prevention. So there's a perfect combination for everyone. So especially for new people, it is the perfect timing to get started now, because we don't know what the future brings, but we know this company, we know the products, and it can't be a better combination than that. It's just the only question, like always, is it something for you? And are you willing to do something? Are you willing really to get some momentum going, to really talk to people, and not just one person a year? And the more people you can inspire on the business as well as on the product side, the bigger the business is going to be.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, look, that's a lovely way to finish, Birgit. You have been so wonderful. Thank you for joining us. You're so wonderfully eloquent, full of energy. Your face is so bright. Lovely. You look just so amazing. So we're going to finish there. But we're going to finish there. But just before we do, we just want to promote a few events that are coming up this week. So tomorrow night, we have a Zoom business presentation, and we will be doing that at the same time tomorrow evening. Then also on Friday, we have a big party in London, a Juice Plus party. So Dan, are you on? Dan, are you there?
Yeah, hi James, how you doing?
Yeah, brilliant. If you'd like to tell us all what's going to be happening on Friday.
Yeah, excellent. I'm super excited about Friday. I've actually been to the venue today. It's in Tooting in London, and the venue is just awesome. It's an old-fashioned tram station that's been converted into a pub. We've got some great speakers. The speakers are going to be kicking off at 6 p.m. Okay, so you need to get yourself, your prospects, and your clients there for 6 p.m. And we've got Dr. Jeffrey Montague-Smith, we've got Charlotte Bryan, we've got James Knight, and we've got Sally Murray, and some amazing case studies coming along as well. And then the party's going to kick off after the speakers. And I just found out today, James, that we've got Rocker Cokie happening.
Right. Well, we all know what that is.
Yeah, there's a band there, and then anybody can get up and sing with a band. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's a red and white theme or Christmas jumpers. So yeah, try and get into the spirit of things and get there. And that's on Friday. So
are we posting that down on Facebook and everything?
Yeah, it's all on Facebook. It's also in the London and South East Juice Plus events group. Obviously, feel free, anybody that doesn't know me, to add me on Facebook. You'll find me under Dan Furlong. Hit me up and I'll send you the flyer. We've got people coming from all over the country. It's going to be excellent.
Fantastic. Good. All right. Well, look, we're just over time. Thanks, Dan, very, very much indeed. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for people all across Europe and the world, really. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Birgit, for joining us. That was truly, truly inspiring.
You're welcome.
we will see you maybe tomorrow night on the Zoom business presentation we're doing, but we definitely look forward to seeing everyone at the party on Friday. So thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And this is recorded, and we will be putting this up on YouTube, and it will be on Facebook, so you'll be able to see it there. So a very good night to you, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and see you very soon.
Good night.
Good night. Night.